I'm in Redwood City today and I am taking the BraveMaker Academy acting class. I made a video about this acting class before I even took it because it sounded so cool. It's 6 weeks from 6 to 9 p.m. and the last 2 weeks it's a little bit longer and you film a short film and the role is specifically written for you. Another bonus thing about this class is that the film will be screened at the BraveMaker Film Festival. So let's go inside and get started. We started the first session like we start all the sessions in the studio with an industry chat. 15 minutes to talk about all things industry. We can ask questions, like invite people to our shows or celebrate an audition. Tony Gapistone is the instructor of the class and he's a filmmaker, writer, and founder of BraveMaker, a nonprofit that empowers diverse voices through film. Tony explained to us today what to expect from the class and that we will not be following a specific acting technique, but instead do a lot of play to help us discover our own acting style and get to learn how to work with other actors and make bold choices and feel confident and safe to do so. Then in week 5 and 6, we will work with a crew on location, including of course a director, and for this session we have a guest director and her name is Shelly Dennis. Next we did a mock audition and callback session and Tony gave us some feedback. I got some feedback about my profiles when I do slates and it was super helpful.
Oh yeah, I did see you do that recently.
Yeah, because otherwise it looks more like a mugshot. You know? Yeah.
Session's short film is called Clothes Ruin Everything, and it's a dramedy about a family that owns a closet factory and their eccentric employees. We got a short description of our characters and did some general improv games, and then we did some improv games where we got to incorporate the premise of the film as well as our characters.
I haven't done like really improv in a long time, but I felt like any question she asked, I was like, oh wow, there was something. Oh, I have an answer. Wow, it's there. Instead of like thinking about it.
Yes. And I'll say,
Week 2.
You're doing a Western. It's a Western. And Mondone, you want to... Can you hear her?
Yeah. Tony is often the director of the short film, but for this session we had a guest director, Shelly Dennis, who is a TV writer looking to explore directing, and today we met her on Zoom, did some warm-up improvs, and had our first table read of the latest draft of the film. I am surprised by how open Tony is to receive input on the script because each character is written for each actor, and some of the things that happened during the improv games, I saw that they trickled into the script. We also got to name our own character if you wanted to, and I did, and I chose Carla Camacho because I am playing a cartel vibes influencer that wants to invest in the family business.
Don't forget my purse.
Week 3. During this week's industry chat, Tony shared a book recommendation from Shelly called The 8 Characters of Comedy by Scott Sedita, and it breaks down the core comedic archetypes commonly found in sitcoms, such as like the logical smart one or the dumb one, and this helps actors understand how to play them effectively, and it offers tools and tips on character insights to improve comedic timing. This week was all about connection, and of course we played some improv games as usual, and then we got to know each other by going around the circle and just sharing about ourselves, and as usual I overshared, and
Your family dynamic is interesting.
That'll make me cry.
Siblings.
Okay. I'm a YouTuber. I'm just kidding. Okay, my family's so complicated. The second child, and I was like, why? I'm not gonna record.
then we did another table read of the latest draft of the script. Week 4. The weeks are going by so fast. It's already our last session in the studio, and we continued building the script.
Jake, why are you...
We went over some wardrobe options, and then we talked about best practices on set, as Tony has a lot to share about how to make everyone's on-set experience a positive one and a safe one.
Maybe be harsh or short or unkind.
Tony just said that today is the last day in this building. We no longer have this building for the BraveMaker classes, and next week we're filming the short film at Closet Factory, so we're not going to be here, but goodbye studio. This is so sad because this is like the only BraveMaker studio that I've been in, and it's like, it's lived in, it's decorated.
Drama.
It's the Monday before we film the BraveMaker Academy film, and we have a table read right now on Zoom. And I also have a couple of glasses that I got for my character. Maybe these or these. I don't know. I don't think either of them fit my face like super well, but I need some kind of glasses. And we're doing a Zoom call right now. I'm joining.
So I'm just
Today is Wednesday. It's the second to last session of the Acting Academy. Since my outfit that I'm wearing for filming the short is not super comfortable and I do have to like drive over, I'm packing all of my wardrobe. I am gonna come camera ready, which means like hair and makeup done, but I'm not gonna have my wardrobe. That will take me maybe 2-3 minutes to change into, so in my perspective that's okay. And since my outfit is a little revealing, I'm going to take a robe and a jacket just in case it's cold in there, because we're filming in a closet factory, so I'm assuming it's going to be very big and cold. My call time is 6:15, and so I don't have to leave here super early because Carla Camacho is supposed to be like an influencer with a bunch of followers and she gives like major cartel vibes. I just think she would definitely get her nails done, so I went and got some Glamnetic nails from Ulta. These ones are super sparkly, which I think are the ones I'm gonna go with. I arrived to set, but I can't tell if they're filming. They're like right inside, so I don't really want to go in, but at the same time it's not raining. I'm gonna try and go out there and okay, I see movement. I don't think they're filming. Our first day on set, we are on location at the Closet Factory in San Carlos, and my call time was 6 p.m. Because I only had one quick scene, so I brought a book and my laptop to try and stay productive during the downtime. Crew's call time was 4 p.m. and I know some of the other actors also had to be there around that time, and usually for the filming sessions it's typically 4 to 10 p.m. I got a very realistic experience of being on a professional set because one, there were so many amazing people working on set, and two, I mostly sat around and waited because of the weather. I was supposed to have another scene outside, but it was raining, so I was only in one scene and we did 2 takes. Yep, that's pretty typical of being on set as an actor, as you often just have to wait around and wait until your turn, and then when it's finally your turn you need to hurry up and like do it correctly. It's almost 8 o'clock and I'm still hanging out in the closet, but we're setting up for a shot that I believe I'm gonna be in, maybe 10.2, but look at all this stuff, and there's snacks and there's lots of closets everywhere. Oh, here's the shot list, and here's my new friend. Hello. Especially in a film like this where there's no one main actor, we all pretty much play an equal part in the film, so there is a lot of waiting around, or we're all on camera at the same time, so you know everybody's on their feet. It just really depends on the scene. Because there was partial nudity, we also got to have an intimacy coordinator on set, and I haven't really had many opportunities with one, so this was a really cool and new experience for me. I'm actually already done for today. We only did 2 takes of a scene I'm in. We did like a wide shot, but I'm going home. Week 6 of class, the last day of class, and day 2 of filming Closure and Everything, the short film. We are filming the first scene outside, and it's a bit windy, so my hair's kind of going everywhere, but we're starting off outside. Thankfully there's good weather and lots of sun. And there's Shelly, the director. In this scene, I'm coming out of a car because I have a driver. We wrapped up filming with a full day of shooting, and I was on my feet a lot more this time. We were able to do that exterior shots, and I was just like very busy this day. I try to get a little bit of work done, but whenever I'm very busy on set, I try to not be on my computer or anything and just be available and ready to go. So we wrapped up everything, and we ended by sharing with everybody our experiences and how we can connect with each other after the film. And everybody was just so much fun to work with.
please hit me up coffee, lunch, drink.
Now that I've taken the class, I feel super confident in actually recommending this class to you because I had such an incredible time. The pure joy that I felt during all of those improv games, like I just had so much fun. And then we got to shoot a film at the end, and this summer I'm going to be able to see that film at a film festival.
Anyway, let me tell you who I would recommend this class to, and there are a few reasons why I recommend this for each person, okay? If you are a brand new actor, yes, I think this class would be so much fun. You would grow so much because you're going to be put on the spotlight. Like during class, you are having to make bold decisions and have to be confident about it because you have no other choice during improv but to just like do it. And then you're going to get experience on set and get to work with actors of all different levels. This would be great for somebody who's looking to explore acting and get an honest representation of what acting is like. You will be uncomfortable because unless you're just used to being the center of attention and having to like perform, you know, then it's going to probably be uncomfortable. But I think this is such an amazing, safe environment to learn on the job. It's like a long workshop where you get to make a film. So you'll be able to add something to your resume and of course to your reel. If you just took an acting technique class, like if you took Meisner or any other class where they're specifically like teaching you about scene study and technique and doing a lot of that, but not necessarily putting it into practice in like a character that hasn't been filmed before, because I know a lot of acting classes will use scripts from films or TV shows that are very known, and this one is a role made specifically for you. So I think pairing this acting class with a technique acting class would be perfect, like taking it at the same time if you have a lot of time, or you can take it right after and then you can take all of those things that you learned in your acting technique class and put it to work. If you are more of an advanced actor and really just want to practice your acting, this is a really great environment for that, especially if you want to add stuff to your resume, your reel, if you want to network with different people, because of course you get to meet a bunch of actors during the acting class, but then when you're on set, you get to work with all this crew and get to know all these people. Most of the time, by the way, when you're on set, a crew member likely does a bunch of other things. Like if you talk to a PA, they're likely a writer, an actor, and like a fashion designer or something. Like everybody does a lot of things. So you'll have a lot of networking opportunities then. But since this film, it's going to be screened at the BraveMaker Film Festival this summer, you will also be able to network with a bunch of people at the film festival, if you attend, of course. And that's because there's no better icebreaker at a film festival than after somebody sees you like in a film, somebody's going to come up to you, somebody's going to start talking to you, or you can talk to other people and be like, oh, how did you like the film? Or is this your first, BraveMaker Academy film you've seen? Whatever. Like it's just such an easy icebreaker to get to talk to a bunch of people. So really, I recommend this class for all levels. If you're a beginner actor, just know what you're getting yourself into, because if I knew nothing about acting and I took this class, it would be like, whew, I'm glad I did it, but that was the hardest thing I've ever done. And another networking thing is that Tony is a filmmaker in the Bay Area and in LA. BraveMaker hosts events in LA and San Francisco all of the time. They're very informative, very fun, but Tony is a huge like people connector, and he also has this page on Instagram called BraveMaker Crew. And once you take the BraveMaker Academy class, then you get put on that BraveMaker Crew page, and often when Tony gets asked about actor recommendations, he sends that page and sends, links to specific people. If you want to learn more about the acting class, I talked to Tony and a previous student of the acting class, and you can watch that right here. If you want to sign up, there's a link in the pinned comment as well as in the description. And if you're a brand new student, let them know I sent you and you'll get a discount.